Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Atelier Ryza 2. For today we have side stories, puzzles and of course our skill tree to enhance, because I've been synthesizing again as always, just trying to make things better, making new stuff, and with it comes of course the buttload of skill points for a skill tree. So we are now on 4,000. So where shall we invest that in for now? Because there's still so many things I want. Ooh, maximum quality up, 999. Yeah, once we have these fragments, the last 3, we definitely want this. Because the highest quality items shall be ours. For now, rebuild is of course a really good thing. Just higher levels makes us easier to build up on our armor set and stuff like that. But what I'm very interested in is what's the evolution link. Because I can't remember Ryza 1 having this, so... And of course Light Mist, so I was thinking about activating these 3. Because we haven't really been activating the stars, which are actually meant to increase your basic stuff and things like that, so let's go with that. So let's do Essence, Evolution Link and Light Mist, just to see what it is. And I'm pretty sure there will be a tutorial with it as well. This one also should be nice. Alright, 630 left. Anything in that category? Let's see. Yeah, it's same with this thing. I want to go to the Genesis Hammer as well, because I have no idea what that is. I'm hoping that it's like a combination of adventure items. That I can break stuff and get a combination of everything. Because that would be really cool. Yeah, let's do an Energiantica, or whatever it is. It sounds like a healing item, so I want it. Doesn't go anywhere. Okay, 200 left. I don't think we have anything left with that lower value. I think I already unlocked that over the course of all the episodes. Yeah, doing good. Oh, this could also be nice. Like a goddess cup. Also sounds like a healing one. Because I am really looking for a better healing item. Because we are healing now like 100 per use. Which is pretty darn okay during a fight and will keep us alive. But I want to do something that will always go over the maximum HP, so I get to heal everything every time. Alright, let's see what these 3 things do, if I get a tutorial for it. Ooh, combining. Would it mean that I could use my experience up on another piece of armor and then multiply that everyone has that? Ooh, that would be nice. Alright, Evolution Link. Using a reinforced multiple cauldron will unlock the Evolution Link option. Evolution Link lets you combine accessories and items with other objects, activating special new EV effects. EV effects are powerful effects that can do multiple things. Try different combinations to create more powerful items. There are even some items that can only be created through the secret combinations. You got so many ways to create new things in this game, it's amazing. Essences. The newly discovered tool can be used to purify essences. Essences can be purified by using gems and mist at the cauldron. You will obtain mist at a certain rate when you perform synthesis and fight enemies. After purifying an essence, press Y while adding materials during synthesis to use it. Essences can belong to one of 4 elements, and using them in the material loop will change the element attribute of the loop. Using the same element essence as the material loop will boost the effects of the loop. But there's a limit to how many essences you can use, and some material loops can't include any essences. Ryza's skill level now allows her to obtain Light Mist. Light Mist is the more powerful version of Elemental Mist. The essences that can be refined with the Light Mist can only be used once during synthesis, but have very powerful effects. However, it can only be obtained very rarely compared to the other types of mist, so you'll have to choose carefully when to use it. Okay, so were there other mists in the skill tree as well, but I haven't seen it, because I think that might be because of the other stars. It's a core drive, eternal loop, hollow targeting. Because I don't think I've ever collected mist after a fight before. Aurora wave, hurricane, meteor, which sounds amazing, meteor. Yeah, maybe after I break this apart, it will go away towards a mist one. But very nice that I opened this one up. At least we can collect that now. Perfect. Alright, I think that was our little bit of the skill tree. The other thing we have left right now is, of course, we are done with the workshop, so we have all the puzzles unlocked. The only thing we need to do now is to actually do them and collect all the juicy SP so we can put them again in our skill tree. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna be maxed out on our skill tree way before I reach the end of this game. Alright, so let's do that. And then whatever time we have left, we can put in the side stories and continue that on the next one. Alright, only parts are readable: Crystal Blade and Sharp Edge. Yeah, and I know this can be very slow going through all these puzzles, but I feel like I want to do it together with you guys. Because it is very important, these puzzles, because it makes us an understanding more about the dungeons that we've completed. And also more backstory for us to go through. But yeah. Let's see, Crystal Blade, yes. No? So there are more Crystal Blade parts in this story. Well, to be honest, we do have all the cards, so we should be able to find it. Just need to go through it. And of course, like always, the further we go, the easier will be to find it. Because there's just less options out there for us to scroll through. I still think it's this one, but it isn't. So, yeah, what I've been noticing with this dungeon is that the puzzles are beginning to get harder. So it's not literal anymore. It can be turned around and mean in a different kind of way. So Sharp Edge, so damaging. And we need to look with an eye that can be the first, the second, or even the third comment in the item. See what I mean? Alright. Which game? Demon Hunting Equipment. Doesn't mean that they cannot be literal anymore. It just means that you have to be open for that. Traveling Merchant. Materials for equipment. I think I saw Merchant come by. Well, technically I've seen everything come by, so that's an excuse that doesn't work here. Let's see, where are you? Where are you? Workshop. Traveling merchant. Business person. Yes. Well, alright. So, crystal spear tip. A blade of a broken spear made from a semi-transparent crystal. It is charged with mana and is very sharp. The Witch of the Hidden Valley came following the rumors of a powerful magic equipment. She needed it to prepare for the war with the terrible demons. The workshop used to power off the crystals to create magical equipment, and it was powerful enough to be used in battles against the demons. The superior equipment made by the fire people required large amount of materials. To a business person, it was a great opportunity. Yeah, only 4? Alright, next one. Phantom Beast Gift. Learning blacksmithing. Come on, Phantom Beasts. Show yourself. Make it walk. I'm also trying to keep in mind all the other things that I see, so with later puzzles I can find them a lot easier. Yes, the art of magical blacksmithing. Blacksmithing technique and the workshop secret art. So what could be a secret art process? No, that's too far out of the way. Blacksmithing clan. Idols made of stone offers them protection. Yep, oh yeah, this little run. Perfect. Yeah, and I want to find the result with as less mistakes as possible. Not so much because it does anything, it's more for my personal... Vendetta's not the name, but I just want it. Alright, magical metal and cannot be processed. So basically... Fairy stones that cannot be destroyed. Yeah, but it's not that weird that they're talking a lot about the workshop, since the entire dungeon is a workshop. Magic metal, metallic bar, charged with mana. Yes! Oh, and this one was very tricky, because the second word was not green in the text. Okay, tough armor, eternal glow. Nice, complete. 650. That's a lot very early on. Doesn't mean that the further along we go with the dungeons, the more we get from it. Oh, that would be sweet. Because we are at a point that every unlock in the skill tree uses so many points, we can always use this. Alright, Warrior's Memory. In the Fire People's workshop, there was a shining phantom beast. It's said that by being with that beast that people somehow gain new knowledge and learn the art of magic blacksmithing. Pieces of a suit of armor that has fallen apart. The surface is rusted, but it will regain its shine. With a little polishing, it's terribly tough, and even hitting it with a hammer won't leave a scratch. The art of magic blacksmithing processes fairy stones using the technique passed down in the Mana workshop. The discovery of the secret art involved a phantom beast, which is of course Fee in the story. The Mana workshop uses magic blacksmithing to process fairy stones. The metals were charged with mana, were made by mixing fairy stones into them. The young man mastered the art of magic blacksmithing at an early age and became the leader of the workshop. The special blacksmithing technique used to process fairy stones was a secret art that could only be found in the mana workshop. The remains of the armor were made from the metal shards with mana. Maybe this armor had some special abilities. The mysterious metallic bar. It is charged with mana. It cannot be processed with alchemy, nor can it be used as a synthesis material. And I think that was the last one. Perfect. Oh, we're at 75 and 80 here, and this is not a 50. Doesn't matter. We're gonna get it 100% no matter what you do. And let's see, crystal blade for processing. Yeah, I can say, I think we already saw that, but we multiple times, multiple roundabouts through everything. Yes, that's a processing. Meeting the witch for a crystal sword. Which is very specific, so it should stand out from anything else. And I really do like making the puzzles once we have all the pieces, because then you know it has to be in there. So much less frustrating. Demon stones and horridness. Again, horridness seems, yeah, too specific for them to be beating around the bush about it. Crystal knife. A knife with a crystal blade. It appears to be intended more as a tool to process or cut something rather than a weapon. The young heir to the workshop with the witch from the Hidden Valley. The witch gave the boy who would eventually become the leader of the workshop a crystal guardian sword. The crystal blade can hurt the demons. Were crystal knives used to obtain a fairy stone held by the demons? The young head of the workshop took the battlefield for the first time to obtain the demons' fairy stones. It was there that he learned the true horridness of the demons. Yes, something we will learn eventually as well. Artificial. I'm focusing on that because that's an actual word that's been in one of these. Yes. Magical furnace and melted stones. Offering to the dragon and giant fairy stones. Yes. The fairy stone eaters. Damn, that seems like very powerful enemies. Complete. 650 once again. Alright, distorted crystal lump. A lump of multiple fairy stones. It is not something naturally occurring, but rather something that was pierced together artificially. They were able to stack multiple fairy stones together in the workshop. The giant fairy stone that has to be given to the ethereal dragon as an offering can probably be made in the same way. The workshop furnace can melt fairy stones. They probably melted multiple fairy stones to combine them together. The ethereal dragon devours demons. To gain its aid, you will have to gather fairy stones as an offering. However, since the dragon prefers giant fairy stones, they will not easily be found on the surface. A melted fairy stone left behind deep in the furnace. If fairy stones can be melted, they can be processed to hold any possible shape with amazing magical properties. Yeah, gotta love these little short stories. They teach us so much about the people from that specific dungeon. Yes. Crystal tree and moving. Yes. Fairy stone eaters. Again, something very specific. Really? Damn. I saw the word fairy eaters and then, yeah, that has to be it. Absorbing mana from predators. Flame crystal. The crystal branch. A broken branch of a white tree that has absorbed numerous crystals. It seems to be moving from time to time as it's still seeking something despite being broken. There are trees that consume ferrystone. I wonder if the trees that have seen here and there can move on their own in search for more ferrystones. After the workshop has lost the flame crystal, it was overtaken by the ferrystone eaters. Their momentum was way too great to be stopped. The people of the workshop used the flame crystal to burn the ferrystone eaters, but the ferrystone eaters have returned since the flame crystal was lost. There are certain trees that feed by absorbing ferrystones and suck out their mana. Depending on the type of ferrystone absorbed, they can turn into ferocious predators. Ooh, the creation of ants, like the living trees from other stories. The man who discovered the flame crystal in the faraway lands brought it to the cave. He used the power of the crystal to burn away ferrystone eaters. The workshop was built inside that cave. So the origin of the workshop. Trees that devour mana. Burn away, yes. Lasting light of the mana flame. Oh, this is... There it is. Lasting light as a lantern. Complete. Yes. 1000 SP. Beautiful. And so much again has been unlocked. Beautiful. Tale of the Fire People. Where there are stones of light, there are ferocious trees of ferrystone eaters. Our ancestors brought in the burning sun to burn these trees, establishing the ferrystone workshop, which we also did, which removed certain objects from blocking our path, so we could find all the remaining items we needed. The yellow ferrystones hold fairy mana within them. Did the fire people build their workshop here in order to have access to these ferrystones? Most likely. A partially completed abandoned mana lantern. There's a yellow ferrystone in it. This lantern creates light by extracting mana from the ferrystone. It's a beautiful adventure item. Alright. Last one. Automaton fighting demons. A doll reacts to mana. Another retain mana. Store mana in the guardian's body. Retain mana is the same as store mana, isn't it? A warrior's memory. The automaton prototype was made as a weapon against the most powerful of demons. The plan was to make larger versions later on and have them fight the demons. A humanoid doll made of stone. It moves by absorbing mana from its surrounding. Putting a fairy stone close to it will make it even walk. Crushed stone is the same material that was used to build the guardians. It can absorb and retain mana, so you want to find those greedy stones. The guardians absorb mana from the outside and use it to move. I feel like we're missing one. The small guardian. A doll that moves in response to fairy stones can be the doll that was once created as a prototype. Alright. And the last three pieces. Prototype guardian, chasing off demons. Sweep through monsters. Complete. 1200 SP. Research into Mana Workshop is complete. Hell yeah. Alright, Apothecary's memory. The prototype of Guardian was given over. It was not strong enough to defeat the demons, but it was though to be enough to chase them away. The artificial guardian was created as a weapon against demons. Even in its prototype stages, it demonstrated great power. The guardians of the world were stone statues that moved on their own. I wonder if the guardians of Fire Mountain could be the same. The artificial guardian was completed. It was powerful enough to sweep through swarms of monsters, but it still wasn't enough for its true enemy, humanity. The Iron People, a blacksmithing clan, live on the mountain that breathes fire. They worship an idol made of stone and say it offers them protection. That may be truth, surprisingly. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright. 100%, 7%, 100%. Okay, so we got 2 more dungeons left, I think. And then we probably will be turning back to the Mausoleum of Eternity, opening that one up as the final dungeon. That's my idea. So yeah. Alright, that is fully completed now. Beautiful. So the thing we have left is a whole lot of scenes. Damn, do you see that? We're gonna be busy.
Yosh, ikuzo!
セリさんだっけか？どうかしたのか？
遺跡の奥にあったあの水晶。あれは魔力を秘めていたわ。
魔力を？ああ、そうか。あれってそういう石だったのか。
それなら私たちの故郷の空間島でも魔力があるって言われてる石がたくさん取れたよ。
魔石な。あれ便利なんだよな。光ってるから夜の明かりにも使えるしさ。
その石なら私も知ってるわ。でも本当に魔力を含んでいる石というだけよ。あの水晶はそうじゃなかった。もっと純度が高い結晶のようなものだったわ。
Yep, Fee used it to power himself up, because Fee is a fairy. I'm 100% sure on this one.
どこから持ってきたのかをずっと考えてるけど、こっちの世界では多分
異界から持ってきたものだっていうの？
多分。それにフィーがあの水晶の光、私の世界には魔力を生きるための餌としているような生物もいるから。
フィルフサとか。
そう。黄連族を知ってるくらいなのだから、フィルフサのことも知ってて当然ね。
Yeah, we even beat a few of them.
確かにフィルフサも似たようなものよ。けどもっと端的に魔力を吸って生きる生物もいるの。
それがフィーだっていうの？
わからない。私も存在を知っているだけで見たのは初めてだから。
Well, we saw memories in the ruins with creatures like Fee beside them, so I truly believe that he is a fairy. That's why he's absorbing the mana from the also called fairy stone.
そんな珍しい生き物なのか？
Very.
というより伝承となっている生物かしら。ただその生物を見かけたら運がいい、富を授かる、力を得ることができるなどと伝わってるわ。
運が良くて富と力を授かるね。
Yeah, really be careful with this coming out, because the mayor might want his stone back. And we don't want that. We want to keep Fee for ourselves.
ライザはどう思う？
本当にそれがフィーなのかはわからないけど、もし本当にそうだったとしたらすごいよね。
それで伝承とやらはどうなってるんだ？
どうにもこうにもならないって感じ。考えれば考えるほど謎が深まる気がする。
タオから時々聞いてはいたが、全く進歩なしだな。
Ooh, is a boss gonna be the one that gives us the hint to the next dungeon?
何よ、そんなこと言うならボスだって協力してくれてもいいじゃない。
魔を食う獣は宵の道より現れた。光り輝く神秘のせい。
ああ、タオから聞いて覚えたんだ。
魔を食う獣は宵の道より現れた。光り輝く神秘のせい。
Yeah, so
愛せばより
basically,
光り輝き。
so basically
我
it's
らに
saying,
持たざる宝を与える。
yeah, this is the one thing I always hated about boss. He talks so damn slow that you never know when he's done talking. But yeah, he's talking about if you befriend and love the beast called the fairies, they will grant you power, wealth beyond imagination, also known as forbidden treasure.
ちょっと待って。愛せばより光り輝きって何？
俺様が調べて知った伝承の一部だ。タオにはもう話してある。伝承というくらいだからな。高齢者を中心に話を聞いて回れば何かしら手に入るものだ。
And that's where Boss's part is coming in, because Tao is more like book knowledge. So he loves to dig into book, trying to find everything. While Boss looks more at the practical side of things, talking to people around in the area that lived here for generations. And with living somewhere for generations, you learn story, you learn lore, like folklore. And that's a perfect way to describe it, because in those tales of old, even if they're made up, there are kernels of truth in there that will lead us to new hints about runes, maybe. We can hope so, right?
ボス、まさか聞き込みしてくれたの？
課題で年寄りと少々話す必要があってな。そのついでだ。聞き込みなどするわけがないだろうが。光り輝く神秘のせい。愛せばより光り輝き、我らに持たざる宝を与えるか。
なんか特徴的にフィーっぽくない？
It really does. And so I think also the reason why every time feeds on a fairy stone, Ryza get that glow around her, because it's transferring power from it to her. And I think the further she goes, the more memories she will unlock of those ancient places, learning more recipes for her alchemy. Something like that. Something in that direction. I feel like that's where it's going.
そんな気がするが、俺にはわからん。だが、もしそうだとするなら、こいつの種族は伝承に残るくらい遺跡に関与していたことになるな。まったく、よくわからん生き物だ。お前のことだぞ。
けど遺跡に行けばフィーは元気になるし、この先すごいことが起こるかもしれないよね。
Amazing or terrible? Because Fee seems very nice, tender, cute. But what happens if he feeds too much? Will he become a magnificent mana piece we need to destroy? That's the only thing I fear throughout the entirety of the story. I've been saying this from the beginning episode as well. What if Fee is more like a demon fairy type thing? But yeah, there's only one way to find out, and that's moving forward.
能天気なやつだな。
伝承よくわかったね。ありがとう。
俺はお前たちにはでかい借りがあるからな。
何？
不甲斐ない奴らだと言っただけだ。お前もいつまで頭に乗ってる。
Yeah. The friendship between us all means so much to Boss. And especially with Tao, I guess.
もうフィーに八つ当たりしないでよね。帰るの？
ああ、用は済んだからな。
そっか。手伝ってくれてありがとね。
今だけだ。これ以上は手伝わねえからな。
Yeah, I highly doubt that, Boss. Drop the tough man act.
まったく素直じゃないんだから。
Alright, alright, alright. A few stories already done and many, many more to go. I'm pretty sure we can fill an entire episode next time with all those, so come back to see all the little tidbits, all the side stories that will push us forward to finding the next ruins. I hope to see you there then, but until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. I will see you then. Bye bye.